Hey, it's Melanie. Welcome back to Lonesome Acre Homestead. This morning, even though it doesn't look like it, we are still currently under a tornado watch. We had some pretty bad weather last night and we lost power for a little bit. I am out here because I had my seedlings out here and I was letting them harden off, and some of them are kind of like toppled over, and I wasn't necessarily going to plant them just yet. I was going to give them a few more days, but since we're still under that tornado watch, it was either take them back inside, redo my hardening off process, or just go ahead and get them in the ground. Like things would like things, and so I can kind of see the spaces that I have to plant some of these things. And as you can see, like, I never separated my tomatoes, which I should have, but you know, we're just gonna go ahead and separate those now and just kind of see what happens with that. We have some of our squash that took a little bit of a beating last night. As you can see, like, my tray's like full of water. So this is like, this isn't something that can wait. Like, I've got to deal with this now so we can get some of this water off of, this excess water off of some of these plants. I'm just going to go ahead and put the squash in the ground. I may have to do more than one bed of it, because I think I have well over 10 of these plants. I've got a mixed variety right here. Like, I've got some yellow squash, just regular old zucchini. I've got like my Black Beauty squash, which is, you know, just another version of zucchini, but it really took off. And I mean, some of this looks like it's getting ready to flower. I've had it going for so long, and I'm not even sure, I'm probably not even gonna water these in, because they are so waterlogged from last night, this morning's rain. And I'm kind of hoping that these do well, since they did get so much water last night. And I mean, these roots are just totally saturated, so I hope it didn't mess up my plants. And I mean, you know, that could totally, you know, be deemed as my fault, because I didn't come out here and do anything with them yesterday, when I probably should have. But we did have some other things going on yesterday. Move you over. You're exactly where I was going to put another squash plant. Our eldest really has been wanting another meat rabbit. Now, we've had rabbits and we've called them meat rabbits, but we have never successfully bred rabbits to where we actually got meat from them, because, you know, first time we had, like, it was almost like a little chicken hutch, like, you know, like those cheap ones that you can, well, I'd say cheap, they're not cheap. You can get them at Tractor Supply, but they're just, I didn't know. We didn't know any better. It was actually pretty flimsy, and our dogs got to it. They're pretty prey driven, and I mean, it just happened. So then my husband built the hutch that we have now, got more rabbits, and then our oldest son, I believe it was him, he always loves to, like, jump the garden fence, and he'll come and play with the rabbits. You know, nothing wrong with that. I absolutely love it. But I don't think he closed the cage. And I say him because I'm pretty sure it was, but it very well could have been me. Like, it totally could have been me. So there's that. That rabbit got out. Dogs got it. And I'm just, we're at the stage in life now where we have 3 dogs, 3 large dogs, but they were here first, and that's just how it is. So we just have to deal with that. And we do know that when these dogs go, we'll probably have one very spoiled dog, and that'll be that. Because I am more livestock driven these days than I am interested in having tons and tons of dogs. Oh my gosh, I just put my hands right in the ant bed. So we'll just have to kind of see. Now it does kind of look like I'm planting these pretty densely. I'll show you in a second. Ow, these ants. But I'm actually going to stake them and get them, do it vertically this year. Hoping that'll help with some of the pest problems that we've had over the years with zucchini. I have 3 more. Where shall we put them? Because I mean, like, I'm planting densely, but I don't want to pack them in there. Anybody knows what are y'all using to keep your ants down in your garden? It's not that like I'm like, oh, I can't have ants in my garden. Like, sometimes they're there, but if I'm digging in the soil, like you're hanging out in my garden bed, like you gotta go. We can't have that. Okay, we almost have all of these planted. And I'm just putting these like in this is the like the Back to Eden garden bed that we have out here. And this is just all compost from over the winter. And I want to say that I do have a little corn plant in here, but I'm not quite sure. Look, when I started my video, like, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, it was sunny, and look at what we've got going on here. So I'm definitely going to try to get this planted, hopefully before we all get soaked. Back to rabbits. So, kiddos, we had the rabbits. We had some issues along the way with that, and what it boiled down to is my son ended up with a standard Rex rabbit, and loved her. Absolutely adored this rabbit. She was a great rabbit, I have to say. And she got sick and she passed away. You playing with a water hose? And so since that happened, and we just have not had good luck with raising rabbits. Well, we have Jack, who is our buck, and he's been great. No issues with him. He actually did get out one time, and I just picked him up. Like, he's like, I ain't going anywhere. But I just been on the fence about it, which we got 2 more yesterday. 2 standard Rex females, and they are the sweetest rabbits. They're only 10 weeks old, so we won't be doing any breeding anytime soon. But I'm really excited to have them. Our kids named them. So one is Rosie. She's like a goldish red color. And then the other one is Bluey Belle. The reason why that is because someone named her Bluey. My husband wanted to name her Belle because she is silver like a bell. So it was like a silver bell playoff Christmas thing. So it ended up being Bluey Belle, which I think is fine. It's very cute. So I really like that. But they are going to be joining Jack out in the hutch today. They're both in one pen that we have in the house right now because we have that storm coming through, and they're new to us. I just felt more comfortable saying, okay, like, y'all can stay inside for one night, and now we're gonna work on getting them acclimated this afternoon. My oldest son is at school, so I knew he'd want to play with his rabbit. They've been running around the house. No, I mean, just, supervised. But it's funny because it's almost like they could be litter box trained. They are, like, if they have to go potty, they go back to their cage, and, like, they have, like, one of those trays underneath their cage, and I filled it with pine pellets. And they'll go potty in it. And I was like, okay, I would be okay with having a visitor's cage. The rabbits want to stretch their legs, like, in the house and, like, spend time and snuggle and just, love them, like, because even though they are our breeder rabbits, for me, like, they're still very much going to be pets for the boys. So I'm happy that we got back into it. Like I said, I'm just hesitant because everything's always going wrong whenever we've got rabbits. But they are so cute and they're so precious. I'm looking at some of these seedlings and I'm like, why did I plant collards? Because they're just gonna, it's too warm now. They're gonna bolt. It's okay. All right, let's get some more stuff planted. We have jalapenos and sweet peppers in these rows. Now, hopefully they'll transplant well. This whole row is okra. We direct sowed some corn. And then we have 3 squash plants, some tomatoes. Some of them look like they may not make it due to the wind, but I'm still going to give them a fighting chance. We have some of our squash plants in here. And then this bed right here is still empty. This back one is still empty. We have potatoes, onions, garlic in these. This raised bed over here is empty. That's gonna be our new back to Eden garden. And then we have 2 more rows that we can put things in. I do plan on probably doing some cucumbers. So this back one with the trellis would probably be a good place for that, so it can trellis up. Then we do plan on doing some succession gardening, especially once those potatoes are done. We'll have that bed freed up. We did plant the strawberries the other day, and the ones that I transplanted look really, really good. So hopefully these do well. We do have a few empty crates. I do have a few extra ones in the side-by-side, so I could also use those as pots if I want to. And all in all, I think we are off to a good start for the year. I do need to get out here with the weed whacker and kind of take the rest of this stuff down and then start mulching it. I'm just waiting on a better day that we don't have a tornado watch out for us, even though, again, it's back to sunny, so the weather is being a little wishy-washy with me right now. But we're gonna get Jack together with his ladies. We're gonna get our lavender planted, and we have a few things to do today. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. Happy homesteading.